This is a sitting meditation with a small part of turning towards difficulty included. So settling down, finding a comfortable position, either lying down, sitting in a chair, or sitting on the floor or kneeling. And wherever you are, adopting a position of the ability to fall awake, to feel what's going on for you, for awareness. So if you're sitting in a chair, back upright, shoulders relaxed, and just settling down and making some time for yourself to be here in this moment. And turning our attention to the breath. And without changing the breath, just noticing where it's most prominent for you. Could be through the nose, back of the throat, the rise and the fall of the chest, or in the tummy area. And if it helps, you can move a hand to your chest or your tummy area so that you can feel the sensation through your fingers as well. And just coming to stillness with the breath. Breath that's always there in the background for us. Bringing an awareness to the gentle ebb and flow, the rhythm of life. And the stillness. And if you find your mind is wandering off, wherever it goes at this point, just noticing that it's gone somewhere. Not feeling bad about it, just noticing where it's gone. And gently guiding it back to where our focus of attention is, which at the moment is on the breath. And as you take a slightly deeper breath in, on the exhale, just softening the body, just a little bit. And checking for any tension anywhere. Any tension around the eyes, around the mouth, the shoulders. And just giving yourself permission to be here. Nowhere else you should be. Making this time for yourself. So still concentrating on the breath, the natural ever-present ebb and flow. Now turning our attention to sounds. First of all, sounds within the room. Not looking for sounds, not searching them out, but just seeing what comes to us in our awareness. Just an awareness and noticing. Trying not to judge good sounds or bad sounds. friendly or happy sounds, but just noticing what's there. Just spending a few moments with just awareness of the sounds around us. And then expanding that awareness to outside the room. Sounds of other life may be outside. Maybe wildlife, the birds singing, that perhaps provides a backdrop to our daily living that we rarely notice. Or other sounds. Just observing, without labelling, just bringing an awareness. And again, if you catch your mind wandering off, making up stories about the sounds, getting lost in thoughts about the sounds, just noticing that, noticing where it goes, and just gently bringing it back, trying just to hear without judgment. And if you need to, just return to the breath to help you do that, back to your anchor. And now turning our attention to our bodies as they take up whatever position they're taking up right now, and the space that we're taking up, and the contact that we have with whatever is supporting us. So just an awareness to whatever part of the body is touching the floor or the chair, whether there's pressure there exerted, or if it's up against a fabric, how that feels. Is it smooth? Is it rough? Is it cool to the touch? Or warm? Just noticing what's there. And then an awareness of any slight discomfort in the body as you're taking up this position. And if you're noticing that, you've got some choices. You can move. Just mindfully move into a different position, and that's fine. Just listening to our bodies. Or you can decide to stay with it. Just stay with it for a few minutes and just explore the shape of the ache or the irritation or the itch. Is it constant? Does it come and go? And if it's really drawing your attention, just trying to breathe into it. The same way as we have in the past, where you breathe into an area of your body in the body scan. This time just take a slightly deeper breath and breathe into that source of discomfort. And just play with that. See what effect that has, if at all. And the other choice you have is to distract yourself. So returning to the breath, allowing it to be in the background, but in the foreground have your attention on the breath. And now, something different. Rather than bringing our attention back to the breath, we're going to take our attention to where our attention is drawn away to. So where do our thoughts go? Maybe dreaming, daydreaming about the future, about what may be, maybe busy planning, maybe thinking that's about something that's happened already, lists of things to do, and seeing whether we can notice this and observe it, as if sitting back from it and observing what's going on. Just noticing there's that thought again. And just seeing whether it's possible to detach away from it and just notice it, name it, label it. And then just put it somewhere so it can drift away. So you might like to, if you can think of it as some writing on a cloud as it drifts across the sky. So there goes that thought. Oh, here's another thought, and there goes that one. Or some people like to think of them as written on leaves, as they just gently float away downstream. And you might have the same thought that keeps coming back, that keeps floating away. And that's fine. Just noticing what's there. There's no right. There's no wrong. Just seeing what's there, where your mind goes. When you're looking for thoughts, sometimes it's hard to see any at all, so just noticing that as well. Just sitting and observing where it is your mind goes off to. Are there any patterns? They might be seen as images or questions even, just whatever's there for you today. Where's your mind now? Now we're going to be just exploring if we choose to, and this is a choice. Just exploring, turning towards something that's a little bit difficult. Something maybe that's upset us. This doesn't have to be a big thing. This can be a tiny little niggle. Just start with something small. And just taking our attention to that and allowing the feelings into that. So noticing what the thought is about it and what impact that has on our bodies. Do you feel sudden tightening somewhere? A tension, a frown, butterflies in the stomach, tightness across the chest, whatever it is for you. Just taking a time to notice that. And sitting with that rather than running away from it. And then taking the breath, breathing into it. So breathing into the tightness in the chest or wherever you feel it. And just staying with that if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, just return to the breath. But if you can stay with it, and say to yourself at the same time, it's okay. This is actually okay. I'm feeling this, and I can do it. This is doable. I can do this. And just practicing, just sitting with something that's uncomfortable, even the smallest things. And observing our body and how it feels as we do that. So we're breathing into that area in the body. The body softening around it. The breath gently holding it, not trying to change it. With the breath whispering, it's okay. Just seeing if that changes it at all. And then when you're ready, just letting go of that as well. Just letting it be, or have it float away as just another thought, another sensation, and coming back to the breath, coming home to the breath. Breath that's always there in the background, no matter what our day throws at us. Coming home to the body. In the last few minutes of this meditation, just sitting with that, sitting with the breath. With this breath. And this breath. And this breath.